Attention today in PA listeners. Don't miss the President's Day window special at Renewal by Anderson of Central PA. Buy one window or door, get one window or door at 40% off and take an additional $200 off your project. Plus $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 1 year. Sale ends February 28th, 2023. For more information or to schedule your free window and door diagnosis, go to rbacentralpadeals.com. That's rbacentralpadeals.com. An investigative report found shootings around Temple University almost tripled over the past 4 years. Over in Lancaster County, volunteers take on a feral cat problem. York's St. Patty's Day Parade will at long last return. Finally, a historic cannonball is missing. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Shootings in or near Temple University's campus in Philadelphia have nearly tripled over the past 4 years, reports NBC10 Philadelphia. NBC10 Investigators recently looked over both fatal and non-fatal shooting data from city police and the city controller and found that, while citywide gun violence went down very slightly last year, it increased in the radius where Temple police patrol. At least 2 shootings have already occurred this year, the most recent of which killed Officer Christopher Fitzgerald. Explains Jason Gravel, assistant professor of criminal justice at the university, the crime seen around campus is, quote, the same trend we are seeing throughout the city. The streets of Columbia and Lancaster County have a feral cat problem, reports Fox 43. About 1,000 of these undomesticated cats would roam around the area, although their numbers are dwindling thanks to the Columbia Cat Action Team. Started last year and funded by the borough, the Action Team is a group of volunteers that keeps the feral cat population at bay in, quote, a humane and ethical way. First, the team traps the cats in cages and sends them to shelters. They're then sprayed or neutered and are either kept at the shelter or released, depending on their condition. If you live in the area and want to join, check out their Facebook group, which you can find linked in the related podcast article. York's St. Patty's Day Parade is at long last coming back, states the York Daily Record. The parade has been absent from York streets for the past 4 years and will return on Saturday, March 11th as what Victoria Connor, parade organizer and CEO of the York County Bar Association, calls, quote, one of York County's greatest community traditions. Along with bringing the luck of the Irish, the parade is expected to bring in some financial green from the thousands of people who come to the city to eat, drink, and shop that day. You can volunteer to help out or become a sponsor by visiting YorkSt.Patrick'sDayParade.org. A cannonball from a historic site in Delaware has disappeared, says PennLive. Police in Lewis stated via Facebook how the cannonball, which dates back to the War of 1812, is, quote, either missing or stolen, unquote, from the Cannonball House as of last week. And while you might find the idea of someone stealing something like a cannonball unlikely, keep in mind this isn't the first time an unwieldy historic item got nabbed from a museum. There was that 78-year-old man that stole about 15 guns from places like the Museum of the American Revolution, and that guy last month who got arrested for stealing an antique brass rail from outside Philadelphia City Hall. And if someone did indeed steal a 19th century cannonball completely unnoticed, not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive. That's all, folks. For even more news, visit PennLive.com. Also, please don't forget to rate this podcast on either Apple or Amazon, and to maybe even leave it a review, if you can. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll be back for Friday's episode of Today in PA. Attention Today in PA listeners. Don't miss the President's Day window special at Renewal by Anderson of Central PA. Buy one window or door, get one window or door at 40% off and take an additional $200 off your project. Plus $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 1 year. Sale ends February 28th, 2023. For more information or to schedule your free window and door diagnosis, go to rbacentralpadeals.com. That's rbacentralpadeals.com.